we are more lonely right now than we've ever been before, yet we're more digitally and technologically connected than we've ever been. What is the antidote to loneliness? It's belonging. We're hardwired for connection. I've got a friend who's just taken long service leave, and I said, what are you going to do? She said, I don't know. I just can't face work anymore. And I said, what's the problem? And she said, well, I work from home every day. Most of the time I don't talk to anyone because she's single, lives by herself, etc. And I was like, I feel like you're just lonely at the moment. Like, why don't you go to the gym classes that you used to go to, or go for a walk and with your dogs at the dog park and just chat to someone? And I feel like that might start to shift. And the impact of being lonely is now compared to smoking a packet of cigarettes today, in terms of cigarettes per day, in terms of its effect on our physical and mental health. Again, the antidote to loneliness is belonging, and we get belonging through connection. And the kinder we are, the more connections that we tend to have. So our relationships start to improve. We can have deeper connections when we are kind. And again, it's got to be true and authentic kindness, not niceness. So the great story I tell one of my best mates, when I was in rehab, I was there for 12 months and I hadn't even reached a week milestone. I was on day 6 and I was way too far ahead of myself, and I was just battling. I was like, I don't want to be here. Like, it's fucking horrible. I called my best mate, Erin, and I said, mate, and I could barely get the words out, said, could you come and pick me up? She said, what do you mean? You're in rehab? I was there visiting you yesterday. And I said, I know, mate, but I'm battling. And if my health deteriorates, then I'm okay with that, but I can't be here anymore. And she kind of paused, and I could tell she was battling too, because she was breathing heavy, and she hated that I was in there. And she just said, mate, it's breaking me to hear this way. Like, you're my best mate and there's nothing in the world I wouldn't do for you. You know that. And if I could trade places with you, I would, but I can't, Kath. And that kills me to say, but I'm going to make you a promise instead. I won't come and pick you up. I'll come visit right now, and we're going to hug and do whatever we need to do. But my promise beyond that is that if you pick up your phone at any hour of the day, I don't care what time it is, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I really don't care. My promise is that I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to take these steps together. You're not alone. I've seen you do hard things. You can get this done. And I always referred back to that because it was one of the most poignant moments of my life, where I was like, that's true friendship to me. And that's kindness in action. Nice in that moment would have been this. Yeah, I agree. It's a hellhole. I'll come pick you up and we'll go wherever we'll go get ice cream, a beer, whatever you want to get. But she didn't. She just acknowledged that that was the best place for me to be in that moment. I needed to face into it. But the most important part was I wasn't alone. And I always say that's the difference. That's kindness in action, not niceness in action.